Hi everyone, Tuesday 29th of October, and I'm going to talk about a couple of events coming up at the weekend, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, one at home, one abroad, but I'm going to start with the one abroad on the Sunday, which is the New York Marathon, and that is being shown, I believe, on Eurosport, which is channel 413 on Sky at 1:30 Sunday lunchtime. The women's elite race starts half an hour before the men's. We got star-studded lineups, especially with the Olympic medalists, etc. You got Tamarit Tola, Olympic gold medalist, leading the men's elites, and then we've got the likes of Bashir Abdi, who was silver medalist at the Olympics, Evans Chebet, who's run 2:03, Connor Manson, Clayton Young, who ran really well, Americans at the Olympics, they're in it as well. And then on the women's side, you've got Helena Beery heading the way, Sharon Leketi, who was fourth in the Olympics. And always a interesting race because pacemakers don't play such a part, times don't play such a part. It isn't the fastest course in the world. It's especially towards the end, there's a few hills in the park, in Central Park, etc. And there's a few Brits that, as far as I know, are racing, like Lily Partridge is down on the elite list. And then on the men's, Callum Hawkins, Johnny Mellor and Luke Caldwell. Look forward to that. That's Sunday lunchtime. Quite good timing from our point of view. Sit down and watch that. And then the main event over here are the National Cross Country Relay Championships at Mansfield, which lots of people love and enjoy. Last year, the weather was horrendous, poured down all day. I'm hoping for better things this year. I think there'll be a live stream on British Athletics TV YouTube channel and live results on FR Systems with subsequent results. You can see the entries as well on Sports Soft race results, but I don't think there's team declarations going up, which is always a bit of a shame because really when it comes to it, you've just got all the clubs entering everybody who might race but not necessarily will race. Start with the women. Last year it went to Belgrave, then Aldershot A team, Aldershot B team, Leeds, and then Cambridge and Coleridge. And as I say, it's quite difficult to predict because generally with the women's race, in my memory, if a team, not any of those clubs, put out their three best runners, they stand a really good chance of running away with it because not all clubs have the depth. Aldershot Farnham District, for example, have got Neve Brown and Philly Bowden on their entries. So that would be interesting if they turn out. And then Belgrave got the likes of Sarah Astin, Kate Axford. They've even got Georgia Bell on the entry list. So if those three rocked up, they'd be very, very difficult to beat. I believe Sarah Astin is doing it, looking at worth watching it actually. It's the Distance Project with the Hoka team that have been out in Font training, and Sarah Astin's part of that now, and she's appeared in the video, and I think they're all pretty committed to doing Mansfield, which gives you a little bit of a clue into how some of the teams might shape up, which I'll come into on the men's side in a minute. And going through, we got Blackheath, got Neve Brinston Hubbard's going to turn out for them, I believe. I was told at the weekend, so they could be potentially strong. Cambridge and Coleridge have a range of people that could draw on. Charnwood, if Hannah Nuttall turns out, that would really swing it their way because they've got the likes of Gemma Steele in there. Hernhill, who are on fire at the moment. They've got Georgie Griat, a fair bit for that. Leeds, interestingly, no Alex Bell, who's doing more non-track stuff, but seems to be on the roads, and she's not on the entry list. Tunbridge could feature, but they won't because we don't have all the top runners out. Just as a reminder, National Cross Country Championship went to Aldershot from Thames Hare and Hounds and then Leeds, and the road relays, no, not Thames, Thames Hare and Hounds. Yeah, and the road relays went Hernhill, Vale Royal, and then Thames Valley Harriers. So to say Hernhill, that was 4 in a team. This is 3 in a team. So it favours those that got one really good runner or disadvantages any team that has a runner that is 30 seconds slower than they should be, perhaps. So that's just 3 times the 3K course up at Mansfield. And I have found out from Eamon Martin, who's the English Cross Country Association secretary now, he says the course will be the same, or the courses will be the same as they were last year, rather than the traditional one that we'd seen many years before. So a different start and finish area than many of you may well be aware of from prior to 2023. So it's pretty much the same loop, it's just a different start and finish area. On the men's side, generally we've had closer races and more memorable races, because there's clubs that can put out 4 5K runners. It is 4 times 5K on the 2-lap course. Last year there was the 4 teams, Cambridge, Aldershot, Highgate and Shaftesbury, all finished within 32 seconds of each other, with Callum Elson out-sprinting Will Barnicoat on the very last few metres of the race to win for Cambridge and Coleridge. And we had Bristol, Morpeth and Leeds following in between. And to my mind, all of those clubs could feature this year on the day, if they're reasonably strong. The National Cross Country went to Bristol from Highgate and Leeds, and the road relays went to Leeds, Shaftesbury and Cambridge and Coleridge. But Leeds had Emil Caress and Phil Sessamon in the team there. Emil didn't run Valencia half marathon as he was scheduled to, or if he did, he dropped out. I don't know the full story behind that. He's not that prolific on social media, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. But I doubt if Emil would turn out for the cross country. I think his sights are probably on the road in the next few months. But looking at the teams, I mean, I believe Ellis Cross is going to run for Aldershot, or he's planning to. If they were to pull on Will Barnicoat, Ben Bradley, Jack Rowe or others, could have an extremely strong team. It is good fun, the 5K at Mansfield, so it doesn't take quite so much out of athletes, so they could just do it as part of a training session and still do very, very well. Cambridge and Coleridge, defending champions, have got likes of Jonathan Escalante-Phillips, Jack Gray, Tom Keane, Alex Malloy, and even Callum Elson seems to be coming in back to form, stringing together some good weeks after a horrendous injury back in the indoor season last year, where he was out for a few months afterwards. Derby could feature. If they got Hugo Milner and Ben Connor and others in there for. Leeds I've sort of mentioned. If they had Carl Mills, Emil Caress, Phil Sessamon, Ethan Hussey, or any others in there, they could do extremely well. One of my favourites might be Morpeth, though, because 2 of the Hoka sponsored guys, Rory Leonard and Scott Beattie, are planning on doing it, and they will be, expected to be amongst the 2 of the fastest laps of the entire race. So they would be difficult to beat as well. Shaftesbury with Liam D, Jamie D, Jeremy Dempsey, Mark Pearce, Dylan Evans and the like to choose from. Again, very, very strong. It will be extremely interesting. Quite looking forward to it. Tunbridge, our own team, not bad team. We were 10th last year after a complete disaster where somebody got injured on the second leg. Would have hoped to have been amongst the medal hopefuls last year. It's we were without James West, unfortunately, and without Alistair Kinlott, but we've still got a decent team, and I hope to maybe challenging a few of those clubs that we've mentioned. And that's about it. Really looking forward to it. Just hope it doesn't pour with rain all year, all day, and we can really enjoy some good racing with races right the way through from under 13s to seniors taking place. So quite an event. Looking forward to it. Hope you have a good week.